Mr. Fritter, look at me! Can you imagine what life is like when someone has to walk on eggshells because they have the fear that if they make someone mad in the smallest respect of having socks not in the damn drawer?
Buckle up, guys. Today we are going to witness a courtroom moment that grips you from the very first words. The judge looks directly at the defendant and asks us to imagine what it's like to live in fear. Not just ordinary fear, but the kind where even socks out of place can lead to violence. This isn't small talk. It's a vivid setup for the harsh reality we're about to hear. From the first second, the tone is serious, tense, and deeply unsettling. The case isn't abstract, it's personal. It pulls us right in.
On or about September 19, 2024, an officer conducted a follow-up in regards to an assault on a family case. Upon further investigation, the officer made contact with the complaining witness, who reported that the defendant had been harassing her since September 18, 2024 by sending her videos, voicemails, and text messages containing horrible remarks, approximately 50 to 60 messages in total. In the voicemails, the defendant curses at her, asking, "Where are you? Why the fuck aren't you at work?" and calling her various names. Additionally, the complainant showed the officer text messages of the defendant telling the complaining witness, "Kill yourself and I want to watch you suffocate, and your family hates you." The complaining witness indicated that the continual harassment is making her fear him even more. Complaining witness was able to give officers the defendant's identifying information and positively identify the defendant as a person who has been harassing her.
I see that he has also picked up a felony assault against this complaining witness as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What happened in that one? And I'm assuming it's the same date as this one, so I'm assuming it's out of the same transaction?
I'm not sure. So it says that I don't believe so. It says that on 18th in Harris County, officers were dispatched to an assault. The complaining witness advised that the defendant came home upset about socks not being in the closet. The defendant punched the complaining witness with a closed fist on her foot twice.
Here, the chilling details of harassment are laid out piece by piece. We hear about 50 to 60 messages, packed with vile curses and demands, showing how relentless the abuse truly was. The victim is told to kill herself, and even worse, that he wants to watch her suffer. That alone sends shockwaves through the courtroom. But it doesn't stop there. Physical abuse is described in stark detail, with bruises documented in multiple colors, visible proof for violence. The testimony makes it crystal clear this isn't just words. It's a campaign of control, intimidation, and fear.
Or on her foot, twice on her right thigh, and twice on her left thigh, causing pain. The complaining witness advised that the defendant grabbed her by the arm and forcibly shoved her out of the house, throwing her on the porch. She advised that she felt pain, and she advised that this has been an ongoing issue for the past 2 years. The officers observed purple and green bruises on her arm, foot, and her legs. The bruises were green, purple, and red and of significant size.
Is there a no contact order in this case?
Judge, who's the defendant?
This is Mr. Fritter. He hasn't harassed. Mr. Fritter, let me tell you something now. You scare me, and you scare me something good. You have, since 14, assault, trespass, deadly conduct, assault, DWI, forgery, and now a harassment and a felony assault.
Judge, there has been a note filed, but there is no protective order in this case.
Is there no contact in the felony case whatsoever?
I'm checking the qualifications. It's no threatening or harassing at this time. Would ask if that be a no contact with this court, Judge.
I don't see that the rip has been.
Are you Miss Lisco?
Yes, sir.
That's Miss Lisco, right? There. Come up, ma'am. Come up. I'm sending you for a drug and alcohol test right now, Mr. Fritter. I want to protect you as much as I can. No one has to have this kind of treatment whatsoever for any reason, and I will do everything in my power to protect you. All I need you to do is tell me,
Now the judge turns sharply to the defendant, and the tone shifts from fact-finding to confrontation. He lists the man's criminal history: assaults, trespass, forgery, harassment, even deadly conduct. It's a record that paints a dangerous picture. And then comes the line that silences the room: "You scare me." Coming from a judge, that statement carries enormous weight. The court is no longer just reviewing allegations. It's dealing with someone the system itself views as a serious threat. The judge responds immediately with a drug and alcohol test, signaling that this defendant will be watched closely from now on.
All I need is, please give me the word. Mr. Fritter, look at me. You so much. Can you imagine what life is like when someone has to walk on eggshells because they have the fear that if they make someone mad in the smallest respect of having socks not in the damn drawer, they're liable to get a beating? Can you imagine what life is like to live with that kind of fear? You're gonna live it with me now, because one false move, I'm gonna make your bond so high your head will spontaneously combust. But no one, and I mean no one, should have to live with that kind of fear. I'm sending you now for a drug and alcohol test because I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. And I don't know if I'm going to allow you to have contact with Miss Lisk. But if I find that you treat anyone or put anyone in fear or put anyone in harm's way, so help me, I will grow horn and tails because I will be so upset. And it will be on you. Do you understand?
This part is perhaps the most emotional of all. The judge takes us through the victim's daily reality, walking on eggshells, never knowing when something as small as misplaced socks might spark violence. The words are vivid, heavy, and personal. Then comes the turning point. The judge promises that any future slip will trigger crushing consequences, even a bond so high it makes your head combust. From there, he issues an emergency protection order. This isn't just procedure. It's a strong moral stance that no one should have to live under constant fear. The courtroom feels the weight of that declaration.
Yes.
Abel,
Yes.
I'm going to keep Mr. Fritter so close to me that it's just ridiculous.
Yes, sir.
I'm entering what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection. This is a court order that identifies her as a protected individual. You're not to have any kind of communication whatsoever. You're not supposed to have you will not have any threatening or harassing contact. What is threatening or harassing doesn't matter what you think is threatening or harassing. It's what she perceives. So if I go like this, is that threatening or harassing? It most certainly is. And it's enough for me to put you in jail and make your bond $150,000, maybe 50, maybe 20. But I will do, Mr. Fritter, I will do everything in my power to protect every single person of this county. And I don't care if you're kicking, screaming, crying because you go to jail and don't have anyone to bond you out.
Your husband and wife of 10 years is this kind of difficult situation together.
I want to protect you, ma'am. And you know, the problem is that now that he's picked up these two cases, times will be just even more stressful. We have these protective orders. They're basically like cooling off motions so that, you know, you can separate, enough time will pass. People can kind of cool down, you know, so they're not under the stress of the excitement and then unleash on you. The last thing I want is for you to suffer any kind of harm whatsoever, you know, and that's all I want. You know, all I'm asking is how things should be normal. Like, I'm not asking him for him to do Pythagoras theorem here. So, I don't know. You know, what I'd like is if you please just talk to our DAs here. But I'd like you to have their phone number at the minimum so that should anything ever whatsoever, all you have to do is let us know. And then
And have been in contract with the DA, so it shouldn't be assault.
I'm here for you. And I want to make sure that you're okay. You know, I've given him a lawyer. He knows what's expected of him. And I'm going to drug test him like crazy to make sure that he's not using alcohol or dope. In fact, I'm going to test him 2 times a week. I'm setting him now because I want to know what, if anything, is in his system, and then we'll go from there.
Judge, he will come back positive, but that's prior use from.
What were you going to test positive for, Mr. Freder?
Marijuana.
Okay.
And ketamine, and probably some other stuff that could have been in the ketamine. But I mean, straight up, that's probably it.
Mr. Freder, I'm going to test you. These are your bond conditions that are going to apply to you now. And if you fail to live up to these bond conditions, I'm just going to let you out. That's it. You will appear to me here 2 times a week to take drug test. And if I find anything is in your system, and I don't care what it is, I'm going to lock you up. You're ordered not to use any kind of dope or alcohol. And if you can't get this monkey off your back, because I am now giving you the opportunity to do it on your own. If you're incapable of doing it on your own, then I'm going to do it for you. Do you understand? No dope, no alcohol. And when I mean no alcohol, I mean no alcohol from any source. No isopropyl alcohol, cakes, candies, foods, gums, energy drinks, tequila lollipops, hair dye. I've heard it all, and I don't care. You come to me test positive, you'll stay with me. I also want you 3 times a week to do anger management classes so that we can deal with the anger issues. Look at me. 3 times a week. And I want a piece of paper showing me that you've done it, the date, time, location of where you've done it, so that I can verify that you've done it. And if you don't do it, you will stay with me. You now have the opportunity to address these things on your own. If you don't, you will be doing it with me. And if I get one breath that she's been mistreated in any way, shape, or fashion, holy freaking moly. And then, ma'am, if you'd be so kind, please, I'll have you speak with them here momentarily. Rachel, this is my card. If you ever need anything, all you have to do is get in contact with me. And I'm here for you. Whatever you need, anytime, day or night. I don't care.
The final chapter lays down the law in precise, unforgiving terms. The defendant is ordered to take drug tests twice a week, forbidden from touching alcohol in any form, and must complete anger management classes 3 times a week. The judge makes it brutally clear: 1 slip, 1 violation, and jail will follow. There's no wiggle room, no second chances. This is accountability in its strictest form, aimed at protecting the victim and the community. The pressure is now squarely on the defendant to comply or face immediate consequences. If you found this breakdown powerful, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.